All right. Good morning, Warren County. I'm your host of the show of Warren First 931. I'm Kelly.
Ho, ho, ho! I'm kind of confused. I don't know who I am.
I think you can be who you are today.
Oh, I am Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho! Santa C coming out to you live.
Yes.
In internet land?
In internet land, exactly.
Oh, let me change this.
Yeah. Change it up. Oh, where we do? Here you go. Here you go. It's going to be crazy hat day for all of us. Again, it is a special day because not only is it Monday, March the 3rd, we have so many birthdays going on today. And specifically, of course, if you're not picking up what we're putting down this morning, happy birthday on March the 2nd to Dr. Seuss. Yes. And again, this is all about reading across America. It's celebrated in honor of Dr. Seuss and reading reading books to kids. And I'm telling you guys, if you do not read, to your child or show them interest at a young age, they're truly going to miss out on something. Some are late bloomers, but today is going to be a fun show, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it will. It will indeed. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a lot of fun. Oh,
just wait and see.
That's why I need you. You're the yin to my yang.
But we are going to have a great time this week. And always, before we get started with the show, we're going to do a quick word from our sponsors. But before that, I want to say today is forecast. It's going to be high of 60 degrees. The low tonight will, of course, be 23. So if anybody has any plants outside that doesn't need to be in that winter weather, either bring them in, put a quilt on them, tarp them up, keep them warm during this cold night.
When I was flying my sleigh in this morning, I saw all these beautiful trees starting to bloom and blossom.
Yeah.
So folks, please let us know if your trees are starting to blossom. I want to know which ones come first. I know the Bradford pears generally come first, but I saw some, they almost look like a red bud, but they're not red buds. Yeah. Something like some type of blossom that was purplish coming in this morning on Spring Street. So hey, take care of your plants. Make sure that you keep them warm. And Kelly, this is going to be such a fun week. We got so much going on.
It is. I am going to be busting out all the crazies this week, as I call it, because I love doing it. But with that said, thanks again to Reddick Brown Ford for being our community weather sponsors for today. And we're going to take a quick word, speaking of them, right quick. And then when we come back, we're going to get into all things Seussical and all this fun stuff. We have things talking about sports. We have, the weekly wrap up, city and county stuff going on. Guys, it's going to be a jam-packed show. And of course, we're starting off today as well. When we get back, we're going to start with a word of prayer.
Yes.
Because I think everybody should start off their day right.
Oh, and some people need it this week.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, with all the deaths that we've had in the past couple of weekends. But first and foremost, let's take a word from our sponsor.
My dad had a vision in 1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Looking to transform your home? Head over here to Roland Renovations at North Chancery Street in McMinnville. From stunning cabinets and beautiful countertops to durable LVP and hardwood flooring, we've got everything you need. Want to upgrade your bathroom? Check out our amazing shower systems and our stylish shower doors. Here at Roland Renovations, we also specialize in outdoor cabinetry, tile work, full remodels, and installation services. Stop by or call us at 931-743-5479 today. We are open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are closed on Wednesday, and Saturday we are open for appointments only. Don't wait. Revamp your space with us here at Roland Renovations.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Are you ready for your new Ford? Hi, this is Chris at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison, inviting you to come and visit our dealership with special finance rates on that special Ford truck, Bronco, or SUV that you have been looking for. Plus a great assortment of pre-owned inventory. We are proud to be part of the local community here in Warren County and now offer complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Your Pioneer Sports Ford headquarters, Reddick Brown Ford, Manchester Highway, Morrison. Have you driven a Ford lately?
All right, welcome back to Warren First 931. I'm the host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter.
And I'm Santa C.
Yeah, he is. And like I said, we're going to start with a word of prayer. Now, if anybody out there that is watching this show has any prayer request, I'm going to just, open that up right now. Like if anybody wants to say a comment or, just do the hand emoji. You don't have to say what it's about, but throw us a thumbs up, a heart, prayer hands, anything like that, to let us know what you want to hear about. So as we're getting geared up for everything, and again, we'll just wait for that. But before we get started with a word of prayer, I do know that we have a lot of birthdays to celebrate.
Oh, yeah.
Santa C's got a birthday today. We also have, how many? You had some friends and family as well.
Well, I'll tell you, today is my grandfather's birthday, Mr. Nestor Stewart, who's no longer with us, but I was born on his 49th birthday, and when he turned 50, I turned 1. And so I had a lot to learn from him, and so I just want to remember that. But on top of that, my beautiful bride, her mother's birthday, Miss Katie, her birthday is today. So a big shout out to I don't even call her mother-in-law, I call her my mother-in-love, Katie Padelford. And then we've got one of my good friends here in town, Mr. Stacy Harvey. It's his birthday today.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday.
And Miss Natisha Brooks, who doesn't live here in town, but represents a lot of the stuff going on here. It's her birthday today. Okay. And one of my good friends and favorite people in this town, who is affiliated with, here we are in the Thompson Metro Deli, Miss Wendy Baker. Today is her birthday.
Oh my gosh,
yes.
Shout out to Wendy, my girl. And Joe. Well, hold on. Hold on. Can I make it? It is a little.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
Santa Claus. Marty McFly. Hey,
I'm gonna grab a chair.
We're getting ready to pray, and there's a big thing that we're about to pray for, and it involves you.
It does involve you.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
Look, the Lord, guys, we're here live. We got our good friend Joe Harvey coming in. He's going to sit in the captain's seat here. For those of you who don't know, his sweet grandmother, Miss Joe, took a fall this weekend, and she's having surgery, and we're going to pray for her. And I asked Kelly if she would do us the honor of praying. But on top of all these birthdays and everything, and please let us know through the day. But we want to keep Miss Joe in our thoughts and prayers. And so we were going to say a prayer for especially all the lost in this community. We've had several funerals. We've got more to come. And so there's been a lot of people hurting. So with it being Monday, we wanted to go ahead and start the week off with good prayer. And thank you.
Throwing some in right now.
We'll be praying for Slim as well. And thank you, Miss Wilba, for watching. And Kelly, would you do us the honor of praying for us?
Sure. And then if anybody wants to kind of, add on to it, why don't we do that? Do a chain prayer, right?
Oh, we can do that.
You got it, Joe. So you come in, you're like, you saw Santa, you're like, let's go. All right. If you want to bow your head or open your eyes like I do, whatever makes you feel comfortable, you do you, boo. But with that said, bow your head. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day that you've given us. This is a beautiful Monday. The sun is out shining. It's Dr. Seuss week. We can be even more blessed to wake up this morning to have that another wrap around the sun that you give us. But with that said, God, there are so many people in our community that have lost loved ones, friends, family members, and more. We pray for those people that are struggling this week because, everybody doesn't have the best day sometimes, but we try our darndest. Also, pray for everybody that needs healing this week. Pray for Joe's grandma that is going through. Give all the doctors this week that are healing people and working on folks this morning to just do the right, wake up with a good morning, as I say, and put their healing hands and do what's right and make everybody better. And I hope that everybody recovers as great as it possibly can imagine. God, it has just been a wild ride since January of 2025. Be with our leaders in America. Be with not just our, just not local, but our state as well as our federal. We're in a time right now where things are just, sometimes up in the air, and we don't have to understand everything, but we just want the best for what is right for everyone, not just here in the United States, but in our whole entire country. And that's all I can think of right now. Who wants to take over?
Father God, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for blessing us with this day. Thank you for the warm spring weather that's coming. Everything is created through you, and your creation is marvelous, Father. But most importantly, your people, your humanity. You're our creator. You love us more than any human could possibly love us. And we're thankful for that love. We ask a special prayer for Mammy. We ask that you be with her, be with the doctors and the people that are attending to her. We're thankful for her family. We're thankful for all the love that she gives so graciously. And so, God, we give you the glory, and we thank you for people like her, people like this in our community, our blessed community. Father, we ask that you be with those that are hurting and struggling right now. We also ask that you be with the people that we don't know. I pray a special prayer today for our people at Isha. I pray that we get to know them and they get to know us, and that we're able to come to an understanding and agreement. Father, I pray for our leaders around the world. I pray that we can stop these senseless wars, Lord. I pray that we can help and be humanitarians to those and represent your values, Lord, of loving one another and serving one another. So we pray this in the mighty name of Jesus, our Lord and Savior. To him be the glory. Amen.
All right.
Great way to start the morning.
Brother, it's Monday.
Hey,
you don't need prayer on Monday.
everybody this
We ain't got no
morning.
coffee
He
houses.
came in. Well, Melody's even here this morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, look. Well, we had the Cat in the Hat, and we had Santa Claus, so I figured we'd throw in Marty McFly. In the middle.
Yes.
No, I just got done. Uncapped Marty McFly.
You want to just you want to perch on the stoop here?
Hey, you say you just sit here. You'll be able to take my seat in just a second. I can't stay long. I've got to go open things up over there. But I was just going to say, I just got done reading at West Elementary. Had a big old time with them.
I just got done at Bobby Ray.
Yeah, we had a great time. I absolutely love the Read Across America week.
Yes.
It's of the theme weeks with when I was working in the school system and now still with children in the school system. Still my favorite theme week by far. But I loved it. I've done it many years at West Elementary and then a couple of the other schools as well. My wife got mad at me last night when I came in and told her that I was like, oh, you got to be up early. I got to read over the West Elementary. She's like, you're reading in my class? I'm like, you didn't send me a text message like Paige Chastain did and give me a date and time. So I might be in the doghouse a little bit. But no, we had a great time. Miss Smith class over there. They were so attentive, so well behaved. Great class over there. So I got to give them a great shout out. And just to let you know what I read, somebody a couple of years ago took Bob Dylan's Forever Young.
Oh, I love that book.
Made it into a book. So what I do, I went over, I read the book and then played the song for him.
Well, you played the song on the quick question.
That's what I read.
Oh, nice.
So see?
Did you go to West Elementary?
I didn't. I was my path didn't cross there.
Okay.
I was too old by the time I got here. And it was, I think it was only through second grade.
Okay.
So,
yeah, they moved them around.
Yeah. There was a couple of years where it was definitely a bit moving around a lot. But
and since we have you here, how was this weekend for you?
Oh,
Because
we had
a very busy.
We had a great weekend at the theater.
It was phenomenal.
Friday, TC Bryant. Well, y'all got a taste of it.
We did.
Guys,
did a great
we
job.
apologize for the audio on that because you just had to be there live.
Yeah.
And you'll have to see them live if you missed them this time.
They did great. I messaged Timmy yesterday, said thanked him again for putting on such a great show, sharing his talent at the theater. I was so proud of those guys. They killed it.
It was over 300
Oh yeah,
people,
over 300 people. Had a great crowd, big crowd that was into it. Stayed for the encore, man. They did the walk off stage and come back on encore,
my God.
which is that's a tough trick to do. So yeah, they pulled that off. It was great night then. And then we had Carter and the running with Old Whalen. She said hi. She remembered who I was. I was very thankful for that. Just seeing old friends like that. But no, the show was great. The guy they have singing for Whalen is really, man, he sounds and looks and he's got the whole thing down. But he doesn't push it to like a cheesy extent. But he does a great job with them. And then we had a great opener. J.C. Cole did Johnny Cash.
Oh my gosh, that was phenomenal.
Man.
He held the guitar.
I didn't get to hear that.
Yeah.
100%
He was
into it. It was incredible.
And he even kind of had some of the nervous tics, the asking what song they're doing next. It was great, man. It was a great weekend at the Park Theater. We had a big time.
Well, the Running with Old Whalen, I was so impressed with it because it was not just a concert; it was a documentary.
Yeah.
And they had so much footage that they would break to that it was just like kept you hanging on the edge of your seat and realized that on top of just Whalen being the front man, they were a family.
Yeah.
And the people that came and went through the band because. Oh, you're talking about from 1965 all the way to 2021.
Yeah,
there were a lot of players that and they all loved each other like family. They probably fought like brothers and sisters.
It's not family if you're not fighting.
Oh,
sorry.
That's right. There might have been a few things that accompanied and fueled the rage at times, but still, no. To talk about the different facets of the music was incredible.
For sure, yeah. They were the video assets were set. That was a huge part of the night, and then they played great on top of that. And all the stories they told, and Carter leading it. I love that they let Carter just kind of be the narrator of the whole show. I thought it was a very special event.
Beautiful,
yeah.
Well, it was. Well, Joe, thank you for coming on.
Thank you guys. Thank y'all for having me.
Okay.
I can hop behind.
You're fine. No, well, she's got to hop in. Yeah. Thanks for coming.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Joe Harvey of the Park Theater Group and of the Joe Harvey Band.
Let's do this.
Famous Harvey talent from.
Do you want to go this way?
Yeah, I'll just park my butt right here for a second.
Okay.
Between Mammy and between all the different.
Surgery at 240 today in Murfreesboro. That's what's happening.
Surgery
240.
Okay.
Your
mom?
No, his grandma.
Oh, okay.
That's the tentative time. So I meant to say that.
Ooh.
You're good, man.
Ooh,
so,
wow.
folks, keep Miss Joe in your thoughts and prayers. 240 this afternoon in Murfreesboro. She's having surgery for her leg, so we'll keep her in our prayers. But guys, thank y'all so much for praying with us this morning and being part of it.
But your mom's got surgery.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
Okay, we're not going to talk about that on here. Okay, but then we've got Miss Vicky, who was in that really bad car accident.
Cantrell, shout out. We talked about, we haven't really talked too much about it. It's been kind of that's also been under, and again, our prayers go out to Miss Vicki Cantrell as she did have surgery, and I've heard 2 stories. It didn't go good, and then it did go good.
Well, that's how it goes.
And so, but again, like we said earlier, even in the prayer, we had a lot of deaths. We've had a lot of wrecks. We've had a lot of situations that we can never explain. It's just crazy things that happen, when you live in a Dr. Seuss kind of a world. Up is down, down is up,
But with every low, there are a lot of highs.
There is.
And listen, we've had a big weekend between the 3 of us here.
Oh my
we've
gosh,
done so much.
Melody's worn out.
So let's start with Melody.
Yes,
because
Melody.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, what I did this weekend? Oh gosh, let me try to think. So Friday I was at TC Bryant, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Got some great shots. Timmy's a showman. But let me tell you what my favorite part about the TC Bryant band is: everybody gets a chance to sing.
Yes, they do.
I'm sorry, we're up here. Everybody gets a chance to sing. It's not just Timmy singing. They all take turns.
Yeah,
and
do.
It was just such an incredible show. And I'll tell you, there's one thing, and I've been to several shows at the Park Theater, but I will tell you the one thing that impressed me with the TC Bryant is we had people up, and I tried to get pictures, but the lighting was not right. We had several people that just all of a sudden stood up in the audience. They were so moved by the music and were just swaying. And then we had people going up to the front of the Park Theater and dancing.
Yeah.
And I've never seen that before. And it was just,
did
was
that
incredible.
one guy that we interviewed on the Timmy Bryant, but did he bring his guitar?
Oh, the guy. They sang and played, and they all took turns. I didn't get to see the whole show.
Okay.
I didn't even know you were there at either one of the shows.
Here's still. I dropped in. I had a very busy week, so I was running around trying to
He had
catch
his
things.
birthday weekend.
So popping
happy
in.
birthday.
Well,
Today's
thank
his
you.
official birthday.
Thank you. So, but no,
That's
you
gonna make
started
you
off Friday morning at the ribbon cutting.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
First split. Yeah, I don't
And
remember
speaking
what I've
of-
done.
Let's rewind.
Speaking of books, yes,
I managed to get, okay, so for those of you who don't know, I have a library in my house.
It's amazing.
yes.
There's over 5,000
I think we
books
should
in
all
there.
do our readings at your library.
Well, I mean, you're more than welcome to. It's my happy place. But I was able to bring 2 books home from that. She let me take 2 books home. So I've got 2 new books from my library. I'm super excited about that. And everybody's like, that's a lot of books. You must be rich. No, I know how to thrift. I know how to yard sale. And I know how to beg for handouts. No, so that was incredible. And I didn't understand quite what was going on. And it really wasn't covered in the live video because I did kind of cut it off. But so what it is they've taken the pages out of this book and created this permanent signage that's weatherproof, so you can walk this trail and read this book as you walk it. And I'm like, how cool was that? And some of the kids from West Elementary came over, and they were there. Miss Lewis was there, and
there was a lot of people there.
It was a very good turnout. Michael Benusius was there, and they gave them lots of accolades because it just would not have been possible without them. But it was great. It was so good. So yeah, that was supposed to be our date day. I forgot. See, but no. Then after that, I actually went and tried Hot Go. Helen's on the Hot Green. Hot G. Hot G. It's Hot Go, and then there's Hot Green. And I went to the Hot Green. It's the one at the country club.
Yeah.
Best food. I wish I'd started eating there sooner. But I want to tell y'all something really cool about this restaurant that I've never seen before, and I applaud him. Because sometimes when you've got young kids, you don't get to go out. David, my husband standing over there, can tell you, we did not date. I was already a single mom when I met him. So there was really no dating because we didn't have anywhere to put the kids,
Yeah.
But
she didn't meet me yet for the babysitting, but go on. Yes.
At Hot Green, he's got an entire corner with a play mat,
dedicated
coloring
kids,
books, toys, so your kids can go over there and play, and you can have a meal with friends or a meal with your spouse, but your kids are right there, but you can see them. But it's semi-romantic, which sometimes that's all you can get.
The lights are low, just enough low where it's not too dark and it's not too bright.
Yes.
And it creates an intimate setting. And the other cool thing is that if you bring your kids, because this is a family-friendly restaurant, they put that paper on the table so they can draw on the table.
And the waitress put her name on there, so I knew what her name was the whole time.
That's another thing to do.
Scenery is beautiful. They've completely revamped it. There's this giant couch. He was saying that the kids sometimes escape the playroom and they're bouncing off the couch.
And he's okay with it.
And he said, I'm fine with it. I mean, if they're happy, that's all that matters. Yeah. And they've just done an incredible job. But I got that hamburger steak and it came out with no gravy. I'm like, okay. Did not need the gravy. It was
doesn't.
so tender. It was so
well
delicious.
seasoned.
It was great. And they have bruschetta, which is one of my favorite
Yeah.
appetizers, and nobody else in town does bruschetta. And it was
Delish.
great. It was great. So,
Good.
Would you like a hat?
sure. I will add a hat to this.
Because today's
shindig.
crazy
Look.
hat day. We're gonna
Oh,
have some
is it?
craziness.
Okay.
Hey, it looks great on you.
Come on,
I
David.
can pull this off.
Get on in here.
But yeah, so and then
the
I drugged
ringleader.
I
You see
drugged
the
him
ring-
into TC Bryant with me. I know. I'm making it work.
Yeah, it looks good.
So yeah, then I drugged poor David into the TC Bryant concert.
No, it
He
wasn't
just-
poor David. He enjoyed
just
it. I
goes
bet.
along with my shenanigans. No, because he's a homebody.
Oh,
I'm the extrovert, and he's very much the introvert, along
Yeah.
with our child.
Yeah.
One of our childs.
and then Saturday y'all went to see
Well,
Running
no,
with
we
Ram?
started at ROTC. We were-
Oh, that's
I was-
right. I'm sorry, that was with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
girl,
my girl.
I got all my steps in that morning. Okay, I was getting applauded by on the way home.
Yeah.
But,
Shout
no,
out to
they were-
First Sergeant
yes,
Mr. Howard. I'm telling you, those kids. Now they hosted it. It was the 37th annual.
But any of the ROTC, I mean,
They were phenomenal.
they were okay. So Tullahoma, I'd never seen this before, and I was an ROTC groupie in high school. I wasn't in ROTC, but I hung around them. But I've never seen a Marine ROTC program
That's
before,
right.
and Tullahoma had one. And I'm telling you, it moved me to almost tears
Yeah.
to see those kids in that Marine uniform. And I did get pictures, and we're going to share those later.
They were so.
Um,
they looked. Well dressed. They looked like adults.
Oh yeah, and I mean, and the discipline and the structure
Yeah.
that these kids have, it's phenomenal. They
Yeah.
do such a great job with the ROTC program and what they were lifting and the exercises they were doing, and it was making my body hurt.
I was like, oh my gosh. And then
Yeah.
we were trying to be really quiet. There's a couple of videos you guys can see on our Facebook and
Mhm.
Instagram pages that we did. We were trying to be very quiet because the first part was you told me what it was called when they were going through doing the drills together, and it was all quiet. We had to be quiet.
Oh no, well, that wasn't the riflery. I can't remember what it's called.
So
but
they
yeah.
did a fitness challenge.
Yes.
They did a the riflery
Yes, the
thing.
riflery
and then
thing.
I'm sorry, I'm not. I wish
it's
Mr.
Monday.
Howard.
My brain's
And then the
toast.
first thing they did, it's all about how they listen to their commander. That's the
Yes.
that was the commander, and how diligent they were. Like whatever he
Instead-
or she said, see how well they listen and stay in
Yes.
unison.
So there were different. So what was happening is there were different things in different areas. So
Oh,
in the
tons,
adult-
tons.
in the adult, it started with that. Over in the
facility,
facility, which First Sergeant doesn't call it that.
he calls it the barn.
the barn, something.
Yeah.
But they were doing the riflery drills. And then
Yeah.
upstairs in the aux gym, the color,
color guard
which
was-
I did not get
oh
up
my
there. I
gosh.
was not doing stairs that day. I said, no.
Same.
I had a long day ahead of me. But yeah, it was crazy. And I even got, after you left, I got taken into the scoring room and got pictures of the kids as they were doing the scores, because that door was locked, but they let
Yep,
me in, and
yep.
they're all like smiling. I was like, natural habitat. Y'all just keep
Yeah,
working. And it was
yeah.
great. It was great. They did it.
Listen,
And,
I was talking, and they were like, "Give us 1 minute. We're counting." And you hear 4,
Yeah.
5. They're all doing it at the
It's-
same time. To
It-
get the,
they take it
was
very
so unison.
seriously.
Yeah.
There's a lot of maturity with that
There is.
ROTC program. It's required.
It
You know,
is.
they have to. But
And
then yes, then
then-
I got to go downtown and no. After that, no.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we all did.
After that, I went to the very first Lion King audition, and y'all, when I tell you this is shaping up to be a big show, oh my gosh,
So excited.
they sound incredible. And this was the first one, and I am so excited. And Allie and Knett did an incredible job casting this. There were 63 kids that came out and auditioned for that. I would not have wanted to cast that
No.
show. That's a lot. But and they were telling me that the play is different than the movie, because in the play it mainly it revolves around Rafiki. Rafiki is the main character. So but yeah, it was really good. And then I got to stay and watch the Mamma Mia auditions, or the first part.
Oh,
The
yeah.
second part's today. If you still want to audition, there's time. And that was great. And I got to hear Kerrigan Smith was there. Oh my gosh, her audition was incredible. And the wild thing is I was backstage with the Wayland show, and I was showing somebody else, one of our other theater people, her audition. Of course, I filmed it. I've been following Kerrigan's career since
Yeah.
she was 10, but I was playing it, and one of the band members stuck his head out. He goes, "What was that?" And I said, well, that was one of our theater kids. She's 19. He goes, can I see that?
Oh,
And
wow.
I got
yeah.
to play it back.
Oh,
And he said, oh my gosh, she's incredible.
Mhm.
And so I got to call and tell her that yesterday. And she's like, are you kidding me?
That's awesome.
Aw.
That is
It's like, no, girl.
wonderful.
Because I'm telling you, she's one of those who will make it if she chooses to.
She's going to
That
flourish.
Audition tape. It was, no microphone. Acoustics where they're practicing now is just incredible.
Phenomenal.
But then I got to do the Waylon show, which I did not stay for the whole thing because I was pretty tired by that point.
I bet you were.
But it was really good. And I really was impressed with the one who did Johnny Cash. He did such a great job. Not just singing like Cash, but capturing the whole Cash essence and
Yeah.
the way he held his guitar. And I got some great pictures of that. So
Oh, I love it. And then that wrapped up your night.
yes, that was it. I was done after that.
That's a big.
That's a lot. I was
big-
like,
yeah.
I would like to talk about mine, but we can talk about what I did on Saturday
Yeah,
because it was
but-
just as crazy.
Yeah.
So I did the JRTC thing with her. I did. As soon as we got done with that, we had the Pioneer Playbook at. I want to say thanks again to Smooth Rapids for allowing us to come over and take over your whole back porch.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I
literally,
stopped by and saw you guys
did.
too.
Yeah, I was gonna say you came there.
I did.
But I want to say
between all
thanks to the Pioneerettes, thanks to the Special Olympics Area 9 folks that came out. Thanks to, and I want to do a shout out to my boy Hot Man Evan that came.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's great.
Love that kid. I should have got his autograph. I might bring him back for our next one coming up. I think he'd be really great. And then also thanks to the Boyd Broncos basketball team that came out. And also thanks to the Warren County Middle School basketball that came out. I mean, we cannot do this show without you guys. And this is also including the Pioneer Playbook. And so if Madeline, myself, or Santa C this morning reaches out to you and says, hey, we got a show coming up. Would you like to? You need to let us know because we are booking them like 3 days in advance.
It's quickly becoming an honor to be on that show.
Yes, it is.
And what the beautiful thing about it is you get your input. You get to tell your side of the story.
Yeah.
It's not a bunch of explain this or hey,
statistics
man,
and analytics.
We're
It's-
the
yeah.
biggest homers. We're celebrating
I love it, the
all the
homers.
sports from tiddlywinks to whatever. But
Which is so important because they're all amazing.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
so
Like
many.
the JRTC, I have to give them some love. They don't get enough love or
They
credit
really
where
don't.
credit is due, and that's why
And they
we
work
went
their
out there.
tail ends off. My daughter was in the Raiders program, and I mean, we're talking about flipping tractor tires, like huge tractor
Yeah,
tires,
that's
flipping
true.
them, and
Yeah.
it's crazy to see the athleticism with these kids.
Mhm.
the archery team, they've only
I
got a
wanna
few
go
more
do that
meets
one.
left.
They
coming
do,
up,
and I
so-
want to say a shout out to them for wearing those ribbons in honor of
Mr.
Mr.
Tom, yeah.
Mr. Woods. Because again, over the weekend it was his funeral, and so shout out to his family with that loss.
And that Saturday morning, there were so many TWRA vehicles.
Mhm.
I didn't realize. I mean, I went to church with him in Central, but I
Yeah.
didn't realize because you don't
You don't
pry into
know.
people's. But what the TWRA and his legacy in this
Mm-hmm.
archery through that service, it's wonderful, and it's
Yeah.
helping so many young
Yeah.
people who may not be able to be on the basketball team.
Shoot a
Right.
basketball or throw
look
a
at
ball.
Bobby
That
Ray.
would be me.
We don't have
Yeah.
a lot of sports, but archery is one of them.
Yes.
And that's wonderful that we're able to help kids find something because
Yeah.
every child, from reading to
Yeah.
being part of a program, every kid needs to be involved in something.
I always say it's
Absolutely.
either academics,
Yeah.
arts, or athletics.
Yes, and
There's
I'm
the three A's
very
in life.
arts. I'm not. I have we've talked about this. I have a neurodiversity. I have no hand-eye coordination. You throw a ball at me, I'll just go into a fetal position. It's terrifying. But I mean, it's so important. And I've told the theater kids. I had somebody call me, and they're like, my daughter's really struggling to find friends, and I don't know what to do. And it's,
Yeah.
I said, put her in theater. See if those are her people, because if it
Yeah, you
are, they
never
will
know.
cocoon around her. We've seen it time and time again.
Yeah. And you don't have to be out on stage
No.
if you're shy, but you still need a circle.
You want to do the
Yeah.
production and
Ensemble
stuff.
or
You'll
set pieces.
learn
I mean,
how to paint.
whatever.
You know, look at Rachel and Lucy McGee and
Yeah.
how crafty they
Yeah.
are
Oh
with
my gosh, the
behind
set
all the
pieces,
behind the
yes.
scenes stuff. They're incredible actresses in their own right.
Right.
But what they do to bring things alive through the production.
Yes.
Backstage.
What Rachel McGee can do with Foam Board should be at her own TV show on that cable network.
Shout out to Sarah
I would
Buckles.
videotape her.
She's incredible. And Ryan Sexton did the set for Mary Poppins, and that was awesome. You guys couldn't see it from the audience, but that bookcase was each individual book on that bookcase in Mary Poppins was the name of one of the plays that Warren Arts did, and some other things. It was so cool. He even did A Tale of Two Kidneys, which is a reference to Steel Magnolias.
Oh my gosh.
And it was so cool, and he did so good. I'm like, I hope they didn't, because normally we will reuse a set piece. After it's done, we'll paint over it and we'll just use it again. So I'm really hoping they didn't cover that.
I bet they
up.
won't mess that one up.
But I want to say, speaking of Rachel and Lucy McGee, I'm going to tell y'all what I'm doing this week, because I hijacked something. Y'all will learn. I have a very,
I know what you're talking about
I have
now.
a very strong
Took me a minute.
personality. I will just put myself.
She admits
in
it.
things.
I mean, she admits it.
I do. I have a very strong personality. But I got wind that our wonderful beta teams I found out today, Bobby Ray's definitely going. So probably the other elementary schools, Warren County Middle School's going, the high school's going. This is not the Nationals, which is going on in Orlando in June. But this is the what is it called? Learning Symposium.
It's Summit is what
Summit,
they call
thank you. Learning Summit. I knew it was an S. So I'm going to go down. It's a one-day thing. We're going down Thursday. We're coming back Friday. I would not get up at that god-awful hour for just anyone. I'm just saying it. But I am going to go down there. There's not going to be a lot that I can cover. A lot of it is closed doors, but we're going to talk to those kids. I'm going to talk to those kids. It's going to be a lot of live videos. What I can record, we're going to record. We're going to give you the in-depth, down, good, bad, and ugly of what Beta Club is, what it means to be in Beta Club, and we're going to cover that down in Gatlinburg.
And how you can support while we're talking about this Beta. Because they're always looking for sponsorships.
They're definitely needing sponsors.
I mean, especially for this trip to Orlando,
yes.
correct?
And this is a huge honor. And what this learning thing does, that it also cements them a spot at nationals.
That's right.
So it's very big. But this is also for the kids who want to take on leadership roles next year, so that they can do all of that. There's going to be awards. So I'm not really sure. I've kind of been getting bits and pieces. So I'm really excited.
Plus, you should have fun.
Plus, any excuse to go to Gatlinburg, which I lovingly
all I'm
call,
asking is bring me some taffy or good candy.
Well,
I lovingly call Gatlinburg Redneck Disney World, because it really is. It is.
She's
so much
allowed
fun.
to say that because she is
she's
a transplant, so she gets to call it what she wants.
Well, I know though. It is.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
I mean, you gotta look at it.
Dollywood.
It's Dollywood. It's all of the tourist traps. I mean. Okay, I think I've told y'all this story before, but my grandmother, in the last year of her life, I was very, very blessed to be able to live with her. And she lived in a very small town right outside of Knoxville, which is about an hour and a half from Gatlinburg. And she would look at me and all of her 90-year-old wisdom eyes and go, "Could you go get me some fudge?" And of course, I drive all the way to Gatlinburg.
No wonder you like making fun. Okay.
Well, that's how Gypsy Soul got its name.
Okay.
It's named after her. My grandmother's name was Gypsy. But I would drive to Gatlinburg just to get her fudge. So you go to, it used to be you would go to Gatlinburg for fudge and Ninja Stars. And now you go to Gatlinburg for fudge, Ninja Stars, and moonshine.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
But it is such an experience. I mean, if there's anybody out there watching this that's never experienced Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Sevierville area, which it's all three separate, I strongly encourage you to go. It is beautiful in every season.
It is.
Don't feed the bears.
Yeah, be cautious.
Yeah, lock your car doors. But it is by far my favorite.
That's going to be a fun time, because a lot of these young people that are going, this will be their first. This is the first time that the Warren County High School has gone to Summit. The middle school didn't go. Well, if they did go last year, but we got to go with Miss Caitlin McKay at Bobby Ray.
Yes,
that's how
that's what I was talking to today.
And they go, and they are probably our premier beta organization here. But there's other schools that are catching up.
Caitlin McKay does an incredible job with beta. She does an incredible job with everything at Bobby Ray. She is such an incredible person. And but no, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not sure. I know your kids are going.
My kids are going, and my wife is going. But what you've got is the elementary schools, you've got the middle schools, and now you've got the high school going. And this gives us a great opportunity for kids, especially from here, to go compete at the national competition in
I mean,
Beta.
this is a big deal.
So they need money.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're going to make it.
They got to
but
fundraise, y'all.
so we're
And
going
this
to
is
start.
this is like a week-long thing, nationals. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
And we've showcased it before. They're building sets. They've got to have the money to build these sets, because it's not just going and performing. It's showing off different skill sets that they have.
They're learning.
One of the ones that the high school does, and this goes back to Rachel McGee's incredible set making, is they do a living scenery where they take a book and they create a scene from this book, and the kids have to sit there stone still, perfectly still, and create the scene from a book. And it's so cool.
That
I
one's
saw
called
that. That was-
Living Literature.
Yeah.
And it is the stuff that she does is incredible.
Yes.
So they've got all these things that they have to go down to Florida for if they make the nationals. So, and some of them have from the state. And shout out to Miss Rachel McGee and Lucy McGee for the time and effort that they put in at the high school. So we're going to have to raise some money to get these young people.
Yes.
And we're going to help them here on the show.
We don't have honors programs throughout the school system.
Yeah.
So our kids at the top, this is about the best they have with being able to be challenged at other schools across the country. And we want to increase the academic standards. This is one thing, and I have to brag on my buddies, the Moore twins.
Dakota and Tage.
Tage placed in the top 5 at the state level in mathematics. That's the type of stuff that we need to be doing here in Warren County. We got to push and celebrate these kind of things. So we're really excited for what they do. Melanie, I'm excited. I want to clap real loud right now.
I'm so
because I'm excited for you to be there, because you're going to
I'm
enjoy
excited
it.
to be able to showcase these
Y'all
kids,
can
'cause they're
clap.
so
Clap
incredible.
one time.
Yeah. This is going to be so much fun. I am like on pins and needles. I cannot wait. And just, I'm one of those people. I mean, I love to learn, and this is going to be a great opportunity for me to learn more about what Beta does, because I was not a Beta kid, y'all. I barely made it out of high school.
Same.
We got to think. Zeva and Zeke.
Say hi to Santa. And a shout out to Jessica Higgins. She goes, yes, the Warren County Middle School went to the Nationals last year in Savannah, Georgia.
In robotics.
So did the high school.
Robotics.
Yeah.
So that was impressive. And yes, and her young man has moved on to the high school, and we miss him. But this is what we need. These are the things that are going to bring our children into great jobs, into building, because the better our schools do, the better our community does.
And then people
There's
start
no way
looking
around
at us, and then that's going to start getting some good promotion
it
for
all
our
comes in.
community, and
Plus,
it just keeps moving.
Let me tell you something. It's one thing if mom and dad are at every performance and they're cheering you on. You kind of feel like, okay, it's mom and dad. They kind of are obligated.
Yeah, it's a
but
bias thing.
when that whole community backs you up and tells you,
100.
yes, man, you are doing it. Yes, sir, you've got it. That's a whole different feel.
That's a new ball game.
Yeah, and that's what we need to do. And I'm just,
I agree with that statement. I do. But real quickly, I'm going to finish my thing. Oh, you got one more thing?
No, I was going to talk about the band, but no, go ahead. Then we'll talk about the
real
band.
fast. After we did that, I had after the Pioneer Playbook, I went to a kid's birthday party. Which shout out to Brock, happy birthday again, buddy, out in Manchester, and then we ended up at the Covenant Academy mother-son, father-daughter dance, and you know how Walker's usually that outgoing polar opposites that night. Randy Jane was dancing it up. She's like, I'm dancing in my princess dress. I mean, hot potato in it. Cold. I'm like, where did this child come from?
But she's going to have your personality.
She might. I don't know. Walker, we'll see. It's starting to swap. But that was I had 5 events we went to. I know you went to 4 or 5 events. I went to 4 or 5 events. You went to 4 or 5 events. But talk about the band real quick.
Okay, so Sunday. Yes. Anyway,
yes, that's right.
I went to a church, new church. Some of the theater kids drug me into this church. I haven't found a good fit for a church. I'm a disciple of Christ, and there's not a Christian church around here. But anyway, fell in love with the church. But while I was there, it got mentioned that they're doing a family and friends night at the high school for the band on Tuesday. And I'm like,
so
So guess where I'm going to be on Tuesday night?
At the high school.
Yes. Cheering them on. And apparently this is leading up to some kind of competition they're in on Friday. I don't have those details yet, but I will get them.
Yeah.
So
and
we're
then
going to
follow
figure that
us on
out.
Facebook, Instagram, and
Yeah.
all that so we can get those details
Yeah,
out.
and I will.
We'll send it also out on text message when you get that information.
Yes. Yeah. So, so it's going to be another busy week, but it's okay. And then today I was at Bobby Ray Elementary. I took my bag of books and I went to Miss Walter's room.
I feel like
her
she'd be a
kindergarten
really
class.
good Mary Poppins with her bags.
Right. She need my magic bags. Yeah.
Pull out her.
I want her Hermione
hat rack.
Granger's bag. But anyway, Miss Walters, kids were great. Kindergartners. Let me tell you, I'm gonna brag on these kids because when I got there, the door to the classroom was locked. And I was knocking on the door and the kids would not open the door. And I'm like, what's going on? Well, Miss Walters had stepped across the hall for a quick second. And those kids knew not to open that door for anybody they did not
Smart.
know. And they kept peeking at me, but that door did not budge. And I was so proud of them for doing, because you can tell a child over and over again not to do something, stranger danger, but you never know if they're actually going to do it when the moment arises. And they did it. And I was so proud of them. But I did get to go and read to Miss Sarah Walters' room, and we read Tim McGraw's book, Love Your Heart. I love finding the books that have been written by celebrities. There's so many of them. Raffi's songs have been turned into books. Joe was talking about Bob Dylan's songs have been turned into books. The Beatles songs have been turned into books. I've read those before, but I did that. And then I went upstairs and read to Miss Chloe's room, and we read about Tumford the Terrible, and those kids were a hoot.
Oh my gosh, it's a kitty book.
Oh, they were so excited. They're like, you're not going to read us another Dr. Seuss book, are you? And I'm like, no, I never bring the Dr. Seuss because I know so many people are already reading Dr. Seuss. So I tried to get books that I think that are maybe a little bit obscure, but Nancy Tillman is an amazing author. I love all of her books. I don't know if they've got some on the back, but this was one of hers. It was all about this cat who doesn't like to say he's sorry after he does bad things.
Oh, well, there you go.
And the kids were cracking me up because they're like, he's wearing boots. He's up on 2 feet. That was the concern. They're like, why is that cat walking around on 2 feet? And I'm like,
let me
it
see.
was so cute. Look how cute he is.
Oh my gosh.
Is he not the cutest?
I like it.
There's several Tumford books.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to share with y'all one other book because I did not get a chance. Last year I got to read it several times and I didn't this year. But this was a book that I always like reading and I didn't get to do it. But this is Robert Frost, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, which is a famous poem by Robert Frost. But this kind of puts it into a kid's book so that they get an introduction to poetry. But I want to show y'all the illustrations in this book. If y'all can see that. Look at this.
Okay, it's a little different than
Oh wow.
The illustrations alone
go down like that.
There we go. Sorry, like that.
Yeah.
Are just beautiful. But yeah, it's Robert Frost's book. But I love going up there. I could read to the kids all day long. They're so much fun.
I feel like you missed your niche at one point of being like the fun librarian.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
So fun fact, my goal all through what I wanted to be when I grew up was be a teacher. And I was going to go to MTSU and major in elementary education with a minor in theater arts. And then life kind of threw me a curveball and I became a single mom instead.
Okay.
So I went to the school of hard knocks instead, and I learned quite a bit from that. And I will be honest, I think that might have been a God wink because I don't think I would have survived as
I'm
a
here
teacher
to tell you
in today's climate.
Hey, no. Listen, God has put you where He wants
That's,
you.
I say that all the time.
He has brought you to this point because the people who know you.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you people who know Melly. You people who know her know that she is gifted. She was talking about the way that she was made, and God made her special.
Yes.
Because she can do things that the rest of us can't do.
Yeah.
So
but
you
that's how everybody
are a
is.
blessing.
And that's one thing that I always say is you got to figure out what your kids are good at and grow that and not make them into something they're not.
Right.
If they're not athletic, that's fine. Put them in dance. If that doesn't work, try theater. Find their niche. Find what they love. Find their talent and then nurture and grow that.
I agree.
But you can't, I've never understood that. Well, if you just practice more or if you would just work harder, sometimes
that's not it.
It's not it. It doesn't matter. I've never been athletic and I hated PE. I actually flunked PE my junior year and had to repeat. True story. It was not cool.
Melody.
I couldn't do push-ups. or sit-ups.
Well, yeah, they
But
did
then-
make it a lot. I didn't agree to
But
this.
then come to find out the reason for that, again, that neurodiversity, it also prevents muscles being formed in my back. I don't have any upper back muscles,
Mhm.
which is why I wasn't able to do sit-ups and push-ups because there's nothing there. It's also why you'll always see me slouched over. I can force myself to sit up straight,
Yeah.
but I can't hold it because I lack the muscle tone.
Okay.
I just was born without it. It's just not there.
Okay.
So fun facts on the podcast this morning.
There you go.
So in that case, I really couldn't help it, and nothing I could have done would have
Right.
made
Well,
it
God
better.
made you to be a cheerleader. That's
Yes,
what He
I
made you
will-
to do.
I will sit on the sidelines and cheer these babies
There-
on.
Yes.
And she does.
She
At
does.
every show, and even when we're in rehearsals, they're breaking. She's encouraging these young
Yeah,
people. She's
yeah.
getting shots of them. She said, "Hey, let me show you what." And the big smile that these kids get,
Yeah.
whatever. And
Lila Collier, my gosh, finally getting her to project on stage.
She'll get
Holy
there.
smokes! No, she did it.
she's-
Bird Girl
she's-
blew me away.
I had a talk with her when we did the Mary Pot when I interviewed her. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know why you're not talking louder. I was like telling her, I'm like, you know, you can do this.
And what's
Yeah.
funny is,
Gotta
I
flip
say
the
funny
switch. You got to flip the switch.
because I know her really well.
Yeah.
And so I've seen her outside of when she's at home and with her friends. She is one of the most engaging young
She
people
is.
I've ever
she
met.
is
She's
a ball
funny.
of sunshine.
Yes, that's a
She
great
is
way
the
to
sparkle for me. Like when I see her and she smiles at me, I'm like, oh, my day has been made. I saw her.
Yeah, that's
There's
how
people
I
out
feel.
there in my life.
That's
like
how I feel a lot of the times. Look, I'm gonna be honest, and I hope this doesn't make me sound creepy, but if I'm having a really bad day and I'm exhausted and things just haven't been gone right, and I know there's a rehearsal, I
Oh,
will
yeah.
go crash that
Those
rehearsal
kids.
just to see those kids because it makes everything better.
It does.
Just the just watching them starting their lives out, finding their way. It's just there's something about that.
children
It's-
keep you young.
It
Yeah,
does.
they do.
Yes.
They do. With that said, we need to take a quick break. This
Oh.
was a too long. Again, it's all right. We had
My
Joe and you
bad.
come in. No, no.
No,
You and Joe
Again,
both
I
came
crashed the
in.
party.
No,
we-
you're
We
fine.
started with a prayer, and
Yeah.
here all this great stuff comes our way.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is in
This is
God's
how it's
hands.
supposed to
This
be.
is the way it's supposed to be.
All right, we will be right back, Warren County. I promise. So keep it first.
Welcome to our coffee drive-thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At our coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to our coffee drive-thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Visit Randall Walker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project this fall. Available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535 or email rwalkerfarms@benlomond.net. Get ready for fall with Randall Walker Farms, where fall planning begins.
All right, guys. So we are live at Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli Studios here in downtown McMinnville. It is Dr. Seuss Week, as it is all about reading across America. And again, I want to say thanks to Melody for coming in and
I just crashed the party.
crashing the party. Hey, I wouldn't expect it any
Party's
other way,
always
boo.
open.
And she did also remind me to mention, shout out to our youth one more time, because the basketball team showed up to
And
read.
the cheerleaders
The
showed up to
cheerleaders
read.
showed up to read
Yes.
where she was at today. And I guarantee you there's a
Coach
lot
Fish
more.
was even there. What? Now I've messed up my whole head.
Oh, it's okay.
And now okay, whatever.
You're
Go.
good.
I'm
It
just
looks
gonna look
good.
up.
Just-
Anyway, sorry. Coach Fish was there with his
Mm.
players. The cheerleaders were there. A
Yeah.
lot of community. Amelia was there. Community leaders. They had
Yeah.
testing starting at 9, so we had to read and get out. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's by far my favorite day of the year.
Again,
I
it's
love
like
it.
Melody said, it's like Joe said, a lot of us here have talked about is the fact of, Read Across America was probably the funnest time of the year
Oh,
on
I look
dressing
forward to
up
it.
and like today at Boyd at Covenant, today's Crazy Socks Day. Everybody's got a theme.
Mhm.
I love
So
that.
dress accordingly. Let your kid explore and try something crazy.
I've got
It's
giraffes
Dr.
on my
Snoot Sweet.
socks.
What do you have, Anna?
Tops is debuting some new socks.
Oh my God. Oh.
Party over here. Ooh, look,
Okay,
there's
wait a
some.
second.
Oh,
So
What do we
Anna,
have,
what is
Anna?
this?
That one is a tomato basil couscous.
Oh,
Okay.
no. I love
Couscous.
couscous.
And that is a sour cream cheddar cold pasta.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
Oh.
gosh. Okay. Oh,
Oh
well,
my god.
oh no, I saved it. We saved it.
Miss Anna, thank you so much. And
So,
guys, you
you
can
know
find
what?
all your
Not
favorites
even
here at
today.
Metro, Tops Metro Deli. And the couscous. What do we call this?
Couscous.
Tomato basil couscous.
Tomato
Couscous
basil
is one of my favorite side dishes and breakfast food. I don't know if David tells you, but I make him make couscous all the time.
Oh,
I
wow.
love couscous.
Oh, Anna,
Oh, the
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
this is delicious.
Uh-oh.
That will go great with any sandwich. I'd put this on my sandwich.
Right? That's so good.
That's no.
Oh, that'd be so good in a wrap.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, talking
I
about the
would
couscous, sorry.
honestly, I would put this, and I'm gonna do a collaboration
Mm,
right
the
now.
couscous.
Juicy's those jalapeno cornbread muffin thing madoohas with this in it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be amazing.
This is great.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Okay. And this is what she got, the cold something cheddar pasta.
Oh no, you got a whole chunk of cheese. Oh, I got a whole chunk of cheese. I didn't know that was cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
y'all know I
This
do stuff.
reminds me of Shoney's
Mm.
macaroni salad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But that cheese, whoa, man.
I got a whole block of cheese. Oh,
That is really good.
there's old Klondike commercials. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Mm.
Yeah, mine's cheese.
Couscous, don't mind if I do.
Yep. Mm.
That's really good.
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Make sure it's not in the.
Beer, you're good.
Thank you.
mm.
Clear.
Claire.
Guys, while they're eating, I'm going to go ahead and thank our sponsors at Tri County Citizens Bank.
Yes.
Right across the street here, we have got the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We're pulling it up right now. And go see Shane and the gang over there. Now, come on. All right. We got to reboot this because when we kind of. All right. Right now, currently, we're down 33, almost 34 points. We're at 33,806. And with the volatility in the market right now, because there's a lot of things, hey, there's a war going on. We're trying to stop a war here. And that's been the big news in the country is Zelensky, Vladimir Zelensky. Now, you got to remember, Vladimir Zelensky was not elected to the position he's in.
No.
He overtook it in a coup d'etat.
He did.
Well,
So-
I gotta tell you, I didn't really appreciate him threatening the American people. That was just my take from that. I didn't like that. I thought that was very lowbrow.
Well,
Yeah.
considering that we've funded the war
That's
for
great, Anna, by the way.
and that he's been made into a celebrity through this, I just don't know why they just don't stop it right now, because I'm sure if he stops fighting, Putin will stop fighting too. And
Yeah.
Putin tends to.
And I'm going to say this and we're trying to remain neutral as possible on this, and it's
Right.
really hard because of what was said and how it was said and how. But with that said, when previous people have been in the position of in our president's spot, we haven't had as good luck, I feel like, as we had with Trump. I will have to say that when Putin was when Trump was elected prior, it seemed like things were done not just with Putin but with everybody in the whole United Nation. Everybody got along with everybody to a certain degree, and there's always a give and a take. Like, well, we can do this, but what can you do for us? And that's That happens
Right.
everywhere. Can we say that?
When Obama was the president, Putin invaded Georgia.
That's right. I was going to go there. Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
and they didn't do anything. I mean, so it's not like and both of them are thugs. Both of them are
he's a
dictators.
he's a dictator, and that's
Yeah.
what blows my mind is
Mm-hmm.
how many people are putting up flags and supporting this dictator. And I'm like, y'all, he threatened the American people.
Well, look at what
and that's what set Trump off.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. And again, I like playing devil's advocate. When this all started blowing up, all I was getting was what the press was saying. And I was like,
Correct.
there's got to be more.
There's
and
more.
I finally tracked down the video and I listened to the whole video. And I actually listened to it 3 times because it's a little hard with his thick
Yeah.
accent to know what
You
he's
have
saying.
to watch him. And I
Right.
put mine on captions.
Yes.
'Cause that
And
helped.
and again, I could be wrong, but my takeaway from the whole thing was and also let's also say we don't know what was said behind closed doors.
That's true.
Before it got before the media.
Mhm.
We don't know what was said behind the doors, what the agreement was, and what happened, what changed after the media was present. Because
Yeah.
Trump said, "Why are you showboating for the media?" And
He
that
did.
was a good point.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I was looking for my phone. It was. I don't know. The whole thing was just
At the end of the day,
weird
it was disrespectful
It
for
was
what
very
we have done,
disrespectful.
even during the Obama time, the Biden
That's
time,
what I'm
and now
saying.
this time.
And do
Yes,
you think
it-
Trump's going to take that level of disrespect?
That's why he
And
cut it off. That's why he's like, leave.
Well, that was the thing. He's coming into the White House. He's demanding more money, more weapons.
He doesn't
what
want to stop
happened-
the war,
what
by the way.
happened- what
Zelensky does not
happened-
want the war to stop.
What happened to the last money? What happened to the last weapons the
They
U.S.
couldn't
gave
find
you?
it. Mhm.
And then no gratitude, which Vance brought up. And I got to tell you, I'm really enjoying the fact that our vice president is going everywhere with the
Mhm.
president and learning what the president
As
does.
he should.
Because
As
he's
he
second in
should.
command. He needs to know all of this if something should happen.
Well,
But
that's the thing. Trump has changed the role of the vice presidency. Even with Mike Pence, it was his job. He put him in charge of things, and
Yeah.
it was a direct reflection on President Trump.
It is.
There's no need. Hey, no one gets to sit at home, not even the vice president.
No.
So if you're a worker for the federal government and you're sitting at home,
Yeah.
you won't have a job very long. And the thing is somebody's got to be held accountable for this. It's our money. It's your money. It's your money.
Right,
It's your money.
the
It's
taxpayers.
your
I
money.
don't want my money going towards
There
this.
are bosses. I say this all the time. We hired them. We voted them in.
Right.
So we
They're
need to
there to
hold them
represent us.
accountable.
So this is exactly what was said for those who are trying to figure out what we're talking about. Zelensky said, during war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have a nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future, which to
What
me
is that?
sounds like a direct threat.
I said the same thing. And if
And-
he didn't mean it as a threat, then he needed to,
Clarify, because I know
because
there's
there might be a
breakdown in
language,
Right.
difference.
but it sounded like a direct threat to me. I was very uncomfortable,
Mhm.
and I was very grateful that we had a president who not only was going to remember that meeting the next day,
he
but
stood up for
but
us.
and that's when he got mad. That's when
Yeah.
he got disrespectful. Was after Zelensky said that,
Yeah.
and he said, "Excuse me, no, ma'am, no, sir. I mean, we're not
Yeah.
doing this."
Yeah.
And I think that, and again, I do try to stay impartial. But
When it's your safety, it
it
changes.
is, and
Let's be honest.
Well,
and
it's your money.
and-
It's money that you
Mhm.
know.
And they
I
again
just-
cannot come up with where'd the other money go. I see you got this, but where does the other money that is
right,
for?
what happened? I mean, there's so much money, and that's another thing that everybody's getting upset with is with Elon Musk digging through all these financial records and finding all of this, and how dare he? Guys, understand?
Yeah.
He's just investigating. He doesn't get to say no. He's just finding all this questionable expenditure to turn over to Congress, who then decides whether we stop
That's
it or
right.
not. All he's doing is
Elon Musk
investigating.
isn't stopping it.
Oh no.
No. He's just investigating and
Yeah.
getting it all collected and saying, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right. Let's investigate this
Mhm.
further. What's going on?
Elon Musk wants your information. He wants everybody's stuff. They want to give tax breaks to the richest people. Guys, tax breaks don't mean anything to these guys. They make so much money that it really doesn't matter. The question that we have to get back to is, where is the money going?
Yeah.
And that's
Don't
what they're
forget
trying
that.
to do. So anybody who tries to stop these investigations obviously doesn't want you looking in those
Doesn't
directions.
want you to
because
know.
that's
They
a
don't
concern.
want you to know when somebody is trying to stop something or collude something or put fear in something or distract something, divert you from what is really being done. They don't want you to know what's going on.
And
because
it's all
Yeah.
politics. It's all, and I
Everything.
think that that's the biggest thing with Trump is
Thank you, Tina.
he runs the country like a business. He's a businessman. He's not
Love
a politician. He's always run it like a business. And I think that's what's rubbing people the wrong way is because he doesn't play politics. He doesn't do
He doesn't
if
pick
you
favorites.
scratch my back, I'm going to scratch
Mhm.
yours thing. You know.
No.
And I think that rubs people a lot of the wrong way. And I am not defending Trump. I am not saying that he's 100% right all the time.
Right.
I
Same.
don't care
I want to
I've
say
said
that
it before.
same. There's some things I'm like,
I don't care for his personality. He's very brash. He's very New York. But I do appreciate and I do applaud the transparency, which
Right.
we are very much about.
I love transparency.
And
You haven't noticed.
yeah, we are very big on the transparency, and I like that he is being very transparent and showing,
showing
us
us these things
and that's
and
one
videoing it.
thing. He said something yesterday. He called Biden a bad name. It wasn't a horrible name, but he said something ugly. He referred to him as that idiot or something.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. That
I
was
want
not,
everybody to
that was below
understand
the
that
belt.
now.
That was not okay. But I think that when we are feeling big feelings, as they like to say in
Oh, I
school,
like that, big
and
feelings.
when you're feeling big feelings and you're feeling very impassionate, some of your walls come down that you put up to prevent yourself from saying things, and you say things that you necessarily wouldn't have said otherwise.
You know, and in his defense, I would have said the same thing if Zelensky kept like making threats and not saying your thank you. And, you know, like if you keep getting hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
And then also I don't feel, I wouldn't have said it, but again, I was not attacked by the government. My house did not get raided.
Well,
you know,
and that's the thing.
I'm just saying.
Using the government as a weapon, and it's true. You can look it up in Snopes. There is a picture of Donald Trump's mugshot in the White House,
which I love. By the way, I'm sorry. I
fuels
think
him
that's
every
awesome.
day to right the
to
wrongs.
remind him of what can happen.
Yes, and so getting rid of this
Yeah,
political
it keeps him humble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then getting rid of some of these departments that have outlived their usefulness as far as like the FBI. Well, let's give it back to the states. If it's a
And I think
federal
Cass
task
Patel's
force,
doing a great job.
Yeah.
Too. We have so much diversity in this White House. It's
do.
incredible.
with women, Christy Nome. I mean,
I know.
I say flavor. I say, and I take that
Flavor,
from.
yeah,
We have
flavor.
so many different flavors
We
rolling
do.
in the White
And
House
they're
right now,
all-
and I love it.
And I love the fact that Elon is bringing his kid to press conference. He's being a very hands-on dad. JD Vance is being a very hands-on dad.
Vivek Ramaswamy. Now he is no longer part of the Doge because it looks like they're gearing him up to take an executive spot, a governorship in Ohio, and that would be great for the state of Ohio. But the thing is these are not what we call PLUs, people like us. They're not.
Yeah,
they're
That's
not
my
just,
family.
Oh, white Anglo-Saxons leading everything. We live in a melting pot, and I love that everybody's, because it's not about who you are, it's about your ideal system and what you believe in. And we believe in America, and so you're seeing that, and that's why people voted Trump in. It was America first. It was the things that he talked about that resonated to 80% of Americans.
I just feel like we haven't been seen. And look, and here's the other thing. I think that people aren't seeing these issues as relatable. And that's where I like to go. So yesterday when I saw all this, I'm like, if somebody walked into my house and demanded money from me after I'd already given them money, and they demanded more money from me after not even saying thank you, and then when I told them no, they threatened me and my family, I'd kick them out of my house, and I'd be a little salty about it.
I would have been the same way.
And that's how you kind of have to look at it. Is if that had happened,
How would you handle it?
How would you have handled that if it was your house, not the White House, not government officials? What if you were at home and somebody that you considered a friend or an acquaintance?
If Melody came over my house and said that crap, I'd be like, I love you, boo. You need to do you, but you've got to get out before I get mad.
Melody would not do that crap because Melody's mother would come down from
But I'm
heaven
just
and
using that
smack
as an
her butt.
example. I would
know,
tell
I'm
her to
just saying.
get out of my house. Get that H up out of my house
Right.
before I get even madder. And
Right.
Megan brings up a good point for her. She said, I don't think Zelensky was threatening Trump, but I don't like the way Zelensky treats our government versus how he treats other governments since they get their money back. She goes, I do think historically speaking, Russia is a problem
Yes.
and it needs to be taken care of and not put a Band-Aid on it. Totally
Perfect.
agree.
Perfectly
Perfect.
put.
Well, I
Good
love
job,
that.
Megan.
And
But it's I don't know.
What do you think, Brian?
Sorry. Go
well,
ahead, Brian.
no, I was just
Because
gonna
me
say-
and Melody can just go on all day about this.
We can.
Well, listen, the time will tell about this. The thing is what we're trying to do is give the peace sign. We're trying to make peace.
Yeah.
There's no sense in useless deaths. We have over 1 million deaths, and one of the crazy things about this war
I know, I wanna
is
eat
with
some more
most
too.
wars, you see the carnage, you see all the destruction. You're not seeing this in the U.S. media. You're not seeing what's really happening over there. That should wave flags, red flags to everybody as to what's going on. Now, you have to search it, but during all the conflicts that we've been involved in, even the Bosnian Croatian war back in the 90s, you saw stuff nearly every day. The Afghan Russian war, you saw media every day. You're not seeing any stuff other
From
than
the Ukraine.
from anybody.
Well,
So
Yeah. And I can actually say something to that before.
Okay.
Sorry, not to
No,
cut you
no,
off.
no, go.
We at the nursery have a good friend that used to live in Ukraine, and her family still at that time lived in Ukraine during the Biden, helping out. And every day that she would call and update my mom and tell us how bad it was and what they're not reporting. And I want to say, from a media standpoint, how dare our media markets out there, and I'm going to say ABC and
The
CBS,
whole alphabet.
all of you guys, the whole ABCs of media, and not put it out there and talk about the people that were in destruction and people that were not getting their medicine and people were getting cut off by every stress of the means of not even knowing what was going on. They didn't even know some areas didn't even know that the United States of America was helping. So I want to know where our money went. And I do get upset about this because there was elderly people that were not getting their medicine. And, when they were telling on the media markets, send your money in, donate. We did not donate to them. We donated to the family members that lived in Nashville that we knew and gave money to them so they could wire them money to make sure it went to the right people, because we wanted to
Misuse of
know where
funds.
our money was going. And go ahead. Sorry. I can get hot about it.
No.
Hey, I want to say
Go ahead.
one thing, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but from my research, that first 4 years Trump was in office, we didn't have a single war, and we did not have a single school shooting. And I think that that's something
The crime
that
rate
needs
We
to be
had
discussed.
5 peace accords between Middle Eastern countries and Israel. 5 peace. That's never been heard of ever. But sorry, guys, because I wear multiple hats, and today I'm wearing
I know
the
you
Senate
had
hat.
a lead.
Today is the Democratic Party. They're having their
Oh,
meeting
yes.
today. So I want to, because
Shout out to Miss Dell and them with the Democrats.
and so, but I want to also throw it over. The Republican Party on the 13th is having their realignment. So make sure you're registered be. You have to be a bona fide Republican through the state. This is all through the state. This is not Warren County Republican Party rules. This is through the state rules to be able to vote on the board. So that will be March 13th at 6:00. So make sure that you get that done. But again, Warren County Democrat Party today and it doesn't give me a time. Hang on one second. I'll pull it up. It says 6:00, and this will be. The location is the Magnolia Room at 201 Locust Street. For the Republican Party on the 13th, that will be in the early voting room starting at 6:00 downstairs. So just wanted to get those out while
that's fine.
people were there.
Hey,
Yeah.
so while we're talking about events, because I promised
Okay,
her I
let
would
me
mention
finish
that.
this up
Oh,
while you're
okay.
looking that up. Megan responded, there is no peace with Russia. Trump will be able to make an agreement with them that no other president will be able to do. As soon as Trump is gone from the office, Russia will be right back in trying to take over the world. And, again, I pray every day for Ukraine. I pray for Zelensky, just like we prayed this morning, that, people make the right decision for their people.
Yes.
That's all I want as an American. I want everybody, including not just the U.S., but everybody to thrive and to work together. But unfortunately, there's these, we call I lost the word. There's these dictators that don't want that. They just want the power from themselves and what can make me better as a person.
Right.
And then if I'm good, it's like I call it the house rule law. If mom's not happy, nobody's happy. It's how I look at it as.
Well, and why is it always America? Why not go to some other country and ask for money? Why are we constantly babysitting everybody? I mean, our own people are suffering. And I hate to be this way, but let's look at it. If something, God forbid, ever happened in America where we needed financial aid, how many of these countries do you honestly think would come to our aid, come to our help that we've helped over these years? We are always sticking our nose in everybody's business. And how many of them do you honestly think would come to our aid if we needed it?
Oh, I think the Chinese will.
Oh,
I was going to say
Santa jokes.
Oh my God. Okay. But
so anyway, so that's enough. So that's that. Okay. So
thank you, Cheryl. She said exactly to all the stuff we're saying.
Project Graduation is having their car show April 12th. They're looking for vendors. It's a $25 entry fee. I've put this on the page. This just got up, so there's a chance you could still get in. I would hurry up though, because I'm sure this is going to fill up quick. We've got some amazing old cars in this town, and I know everybody loves showing these off, because I'm going to tell you, they're doing a best of show, a people's choice, best work in progress, best bikes, top 18 model trophy, best Ford,
best import, I see.
Best Chevy, best Mopar, Dodge. Best import. So this is music, food, door prizes. So this is all on April 12th. We have shared this, so make sure to definitely support them. And the other thing, and guys, we are still trying to get all of this situated and figure all this out. But apparently we have been told that they are trying to get a children's museum up and going here in Warren County.
I think we need one.
Which I cannot wait to learn more about that. But
Lindsay Powell, if you're watching or you know her, please somebody tag her. We need to talk to her.
Yes. So they are wanting, their hope, their prayer is to be able to break ground by May of 27. I think it would be incredible if we could get them to raise enough money that could be sooner.
Yeah.
But I think that's a great goal.
Agree.
But they are doing a Showers to Flowers Spring Festival at the Farmers Market. It's from 2 to 5. And participate in a fundraiser for the McMinnville Children's Museum. Event aims to raise funds to bring this much needed resource to the McMinnville area. Love to see you there. Together we can create a wonderful experience for our children. It is $12 in advance or $15 at the door, ages 2 and up. And they're going to get a link to purchase online tickets soon. But it's going to be games, crafts, face painting, bounce houses, music, story time, food trucks, and more. So this will be great. That's another fun thing for children to do. I know there's not a lot. There's a struggle for that. And that's springtime. It's just now starting to get warmed up. These kids are getting stir crazy in the house.
Yeah.
So get them out
it's
there.
Another time to like show them, educate them. You know, my son always likes seeing, and my daughter, we always like going to the Discovery museums and stuff and playing with those things and learning life skills. And, you know, it's just always a neat time to take your kids to that. And I'm very curious to see, what is the Children's Museum going to entail?
Yes. And we're hoping to talk to them. We're trying to track them down.
Literally. So if Kirsten Cunningham or Lindsay Powell, I heard those two names come up. If y'all are watching or if y'all know somebody, please tag them in it. Tag your friends to be like, we need to know more information on this for sure.
We would love to send them some love.
And thank you to Destin Serena Desario. I think so she said. I was just going to ask you guys about the Children's Museum.
Oh,
see, it was meant for you to be on the show with
Hey, Destiny, thank you. And she gave me some birthday love along with Derek Coates. Sir Derek, thank you,
Sir
brother.
Derek,
I hope you're having a good day today.
But no, that's exciting.
Okay.
I mean, hey, weather's warming up. We're starting
The
to get
weather's
events.
warming up. The events are going to be, I mean, spring is just around the corner, guys.
Sorry.
Spring break and
Love is
everything.
in the air.
What?
Oh, springtime, that's when the animals, birds mate and all that
But
good
we
stuff.
still have to get one more snow on the ground.
Oh, guys, there's going to be
Yep,
one more
we gotta
snow.
get snow on the daffodils.
And Kelly started the show just right by encouraging you guys and giving the weather report about bringing your plants in especially when it gets near freezing.
Yeah, in the 20s.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
supposed to snow in Gatlinburg.
That's right, this weekend. So
So
what else?
I may not come back.
Oh,
okay.
no, oh,
Yes, yes.
bingo.
Caring Hearts United is starting bingo up again March 13th from 6 to 8. It's at the Heritage Center, like where it normally is. That's on the Caring Hearts page. I've also shared that to our page. I have stepped down and I'm taking a small break from Caring Hearts United, so I will not be there.
Okay.
My dance
But we'll
card is
still
full.
talk about
Sorry.
the events that
Yes,
they got going on.
absolutely. But I am taking a small break.
As you should. Everybody needs
There's
one.
a lot going on.
We're going to take one more quick break, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the Dow Jones report.
Yes, we can talk about the Dow Jones and what day it is today. Well, I think you guys really know what day it is.
I mean, come on. If you don't know what day it is,
Yes.
come get your book, girl. All right, we will be right back. Here's just a quick word from our sponsors.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has been serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville and Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you'll ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
February is the month of delicious deals at Sonic Drive-In in McMinnville. Get ready to treat yourselves. Starting February the 24th, cool down with their delicious, refreshing strawberry mangonada slush. Perfect for those sunny days. And don't miss out on February the 26th, where you can grab small popcorn chicken for just $1.49. Snack time never tasted so good. Start your day right with our special drink offer until 10 a.m. Make Sonic your rise and shine morning destination. So many flavors to choose from. And remember, we've got the best sun drop in town. Dive into these amazing deals this February at Sonic Drive-In.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren County for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor or homeowner or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Spring is here, and so are your yard care needs. Visit McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindala, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
All right, welcome back to Warren First 931. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Santa C.
Yes, and we are live at the Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli Studios. And again, it is all about Dr. Seuss Week. And again, we are going to be reading books all week long on a special segment every day. One of us, whether it's Santa C or Brian or Melody, any one of our friends may come and pop up. We might do a reading rainbow segment.
Should we invite Dr. Atticus?
I think Dr. Atticus would be great.
You know, I think Dr. Atticus might have a good Halloween story or something to read. So
why not? Hey,
Dr. Atticus,
different genres.
Dr. Atticus, we're looking for you.
Yes.
Come out from all those creepy places that you've been trying to hide and come on out and celebrate Read Across America Day with us.
I got to take that out.
Oh, you're good. Hey, so guys, it is National Days today.
Yes.
There's a lot of cool national days. Today is National Soup It Forward Day, National Mulled Wine Day, National Cold Cuts Day, National I Want You to Be Happy Day.
I love that one.
National Anthem Day. Oh, say,
I was going to say, oh, Canada. I'm going to be like, oh, Canada.
The one that we're celebrating, National Read Across America Day. And we're going all week long with this. So
we're going to wear it out.
Yes, we are. We're going to wear it out. And shout out to our Warren County schools that are participating, especially our elementaries. It was great to have Joe Harvey on. He read this morning. And then we had Miss
Melody. Thanks for representing. And, you know, again, there are so many movers and shakers in this community that have went out today and read to somebody. And it's going to be all week long. I love it. I just absolutely love it. With that said, guys, as we're getting near and dear to the end of the show, I want to make sure I should have pulled this up for you guys. But, again, it is what it is. The newsletters will be out tomorrow morning. We're going to be doing some deliveries. We also, I want to say a shout out to, in case you missed our show, because I do want to talk about this. It's another hot topic that's here in our community. I did get a phone call after Friday's show, a little afternoon, from Miss Lauren Doro, D-O-R-O. I hope I'm pronouncing. She's a representative from the Isha Foundation. And again, I want to say thank you we've been asking for it. And I want to say thanks again for Isha to reach out. We're going to call them today to schedule an interview with them to get them on the show. I'm really excited about this. And if you have any questions, we're going to do a post that's going to be pinned to the top of the page. If you have a question, and make sure that we keep this classy and respectable, okay? I don't want any rude comments or anything. I just want you guys to ask, questions that you want us to ask them. Okay. And so I'm going to try to schedule something with them today on getting to meet them. And we're going to be doing a bi-weekly, I guess is the best way to explain it. Not this week, but next week, we are going to get together once again with Vanessa Miller. She does a phenomenal job on the research that she finds. And we couldn't really do this without her and without you guys doing this with us. And so, and again, I do apologize about the audio last week. We were in a different area. And things happen, but we have worked out the audio, and we're going to make sure you get to hear each and everything. But go back on our Facebook and Instagram pages and look at the videos that we posted, little snippets, talking about tax loopholes, talking about 501c3s, keeping the integrity of what a true 501c3 is. And, we're going to start posting links. Because, as what I made this comment about myself 10 years ago, Lazy Kelly would not look up any of these links. But now being in my 40s and having kids and stuff, I'm a concerned parent, and I want to know, I just want to know if they're doing, they came down here as a 501c3 and, living here in America, I say this like everything, we are, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. A lot of these countries and communities come down here because they want to teach what they preach in a free environment. And I don't want to take Isha away. I just want to make sure everyone is doing their due diligence and doing what is right and doing stuff by the law. Mm-hmm. That's it. And so, and that's a couple of my questions of concerns. I know with Vanessa, and I know that a lot of people are trying to, and I've finished watching the whole series of Wild Wild America. I do suggest for everybody to watch that. It's a Netflix documentary that was published back in 2018. This organization there's some, I want to say, similarities that I see but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
I want everybody to know, I've watched the whole series now. and it is not the same. Isha is not like I think they called it Usha Foundation that they had up there in India that also got started in India. But Usha was the man's name. The teachings are still going on to this day. But what happened in that documentary is not exactly the same that Isha is. And I want to clarify that right now, because that you got to remember back in the 1980s, these folks that were, grew up in the 70s and the 60s going into the 80s, found this religion, and tagged themselves to this, I should say, foundation. And they just were looking for somebody from what I got from the Wild America, it was people trying to find, they're missing something. What am I missing in my life? And the people that were in this documentary still to this day do his teachings. And again, whether you believe in God or you believe in Buddha or that's why people come here. That's why people can freely practice these different types of religions. But again, keep going. We just done our first part 1 series of breaking down Isha. Next week, we'll do another one for part 2 as we get our heads together this week of what the next topic's going to be. But if there's concerns that you have that you want to know, use us as a vessel to be able to speak those. We're not scared to talk about it.
No,
we're just not.
We have to talk about it. We have to talk about what's happening in our community. And this is the thing that most people who have been here, whose family lineage has been here since the 1800s,
yes,
these things can change the whole dichotomy of what's been here for the last 200 plus years.
Right.
And so in saying that, we've got a lot of things to look forward to, a lot of things. And look, for us, we're going to go from a middle of the road perspective. We are Christians. We profess Christ. We're going to pray for these people because they're God's creation.
They are.
And we live in such a wonderful country where, they may not believe the same thing that we do. And guess what? As long as they're peaceful, as long as they don't infringe on our rights, it's okay. But we're going to do what God wants us to do. And so we want to do what's right by you guys. That's why people trust us. That's why we're not the national media.
No.
We're two neighbors that have a little insight, that get information, and we want to pass it back out to you guys. But this is a big one for our community. We really know. So thank you, Vanessa, for what she does and digging into through the muck and the dirt and
which
getting
is
to the
all
real
public
story.
records, by the way. This is all open to the public. And in case you missed the show on Friday and wanted to see the notes, I did publish that. So you can look and scroll, and I even put the the 990 tax form from 2022 that we discussed also into this as well. So you can see, again, all public knowledge, and you can go to Canid, I think is how you say it, .org to get this information that we also got. So again, just to see the money, and this brings up Megan. She was a huge voice on the show. So thank you for that. She goes, I just want to know how they plan to positively impact our community and give back with the grant money and donations they receive. And keep in mind, guys, this is not just the Warren County community. There's 3 other communities, which we will talk further in as we get more in depth with the show. But as living here in Warren County, that is really what my main concern is for Warren County. And just like Megan says, that's my main concern, is like Mr. Claus, aka Mr. Brian here, said, protecting our rights.
So thank you, Megan, for those kind comments, and thank you for understanding. Hey, Deanna, good morning, and we got somebody, Miss Tina. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much. But we want to get to the heart of the issue. We live in a great country.
We do.
We live in such a wonderful place. And what people don't understand, especially a lot of people who don't have perspective, when you leave outside of this country, when you go to other places that people are referred to by various names, but when you go to these places and see, hey, you can't be talking on a platform like this. Go to Brazil right now. They'll shut you down.
We are actually we are blocked from certain countries.
Yes.
Just so everybody knows. They have muted our stuff. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. That might be some clickbait or something. I'm scared.
Block.
But
sorry, I'm blocking that.
Well, if they're referring to me, I'm the bearded lady.
Which one are we referring to, Ben? I'm blocking you now. Oh my gosh. With that said, again, we have a jam-packed week full of folks coming on the show.
We're going to get not just school resource officer, head of the department, Jarvis Johnson, but school board member Jarvis Johnson on this week.
I talked to him on Saturday. We're going to try to maybe come in tomorrow.
All right.
And talk about some stuff. And also, too, while we're talking about school, I want to give a shout out to our Dr. Grant Swallows. I saw it in the paper. I didn't get the email. I guess Sarah, she got my email, but it's okay. But he got promoted. Did you see this?
No, I haven't seen this.
Oh, hold on. Let me find it. Okay.
But while you're finding that, I'm going to give a shout out because on the front page of the Tennessean this morning, it says Tennessee schools share the pros and cons of cell phone bans. And we know between Chris Cope and Dr. Swallows and the rest of the school board and the central office, they've been sharing a lot about the steps that they've taken to kind of go a little harder at school. But different school districts have dealt with it different ways. This is not a new issue. Oh, he was elected to the TSSAA board.
I was going to say this is not a surprise to me at all. We talked about how well when the TSSAA events happen here in the Warren County community that we want to shine and we want to be a part of it. And we even said on our last one, we would not be surprised if he gets elected to something.
I'm going to give Kelly the credit because Kelly said, let's go on the road to the state championships. We made the necessary phone calls. We talked to people. And
we had Dr. Grant Swallows on.
We had Dr. Swallows on.
He was there.
We were the only podcast there in front of all 60 to 80 schools.
Oh, my God. It was crazy.
And look, Warren County looked great. We're very blessed. Our wrestlers did so good.
They did.
But we got to meet with some of these folks, got to talk with them in email communications and then on the phone.
And we got to shake some hands with some TSSAA. The second person in command was there, and we got to shake his hand. And so with that said,
wow,
congratulations. The Southern Standard broke this story. Swallows was elected the TSSAA Board of Control president,
and he's been looking to be there. So congratulations, Dr. Swallows,
on that.
Yes, that's a very high honor.
It is.
So we're grateful for everything. We're looking forward to bigger and better things in the future. But guys, a lot of stuff going on in Warren County.
We are moving and a shaking. And if you are living under a rock, you need to get out, man, many things.
Well, this allows us to have a platform to be able to tell you guys what's going on, because even I, if this is my job, which it's one of the many hats that I wear,
literally,
pun intended, you can't keep up with everything.
No, you cannot. And so I want to say thank you to Dr. Swallows for continuing to make Warren County shine.
Yeah, because look, I was talking with a parent. We didn't think that any of the administrators were going to show up for this, because traditionally, at the state wrestling tournament, none of the administrators, especially at your school board level, even show up for
he
that.
Was there.
And he showed up. So we're going to give credit where credit's due. And again, if you get a chance, go look at the Tennessean, read the cover story about the controversy between the cell phone bans. You'll be enlightened by that.
Make sure you send that to me.
Okay, Kelly, we've got just a handful of stuff, but we still haven't even uncovered this past weekend. Shout out to the middle school track team.
Yes, we're going to get some details on that as well.
Coach Hale and Coach Clark and all our young people at the Warren County Middle School went to Siegel this Saturday and competed. And I have several people, shout out Roman and Anakin and Hudson and my boy Bryce. And then there's a ton of other kids that I know. But I'm coming to see you guys here in just a little bit. It's going to be exciting. I get to be at the middle school with Miss Mary Payne's class. And this is like...
I know. It's your wheelhouse.
I got to keep from crying because it's happy tears. I love being with them.
Yeah. So putting a smile on kids' faces. I mean, these are the kids and I know we pretty much talked about kids all day, really. The kids that we see on a daily basis, that you see on a daily basis, they are going to take our place one day. And why not show them how to shine, show them how to thrive, show them how to grow? And I say, why not?
Oh, amen.
Tell them to be curious and not judgmental. I take the Ted Lasso approach to my life, and I am so grateful for the movers and shakers in my time when I was younger that made a staple for me. And there are so many people that I could name, and the ones right, and I'll name them off all week long if I have to. But, you know, Mr. Haley was one. And I'm saying, and these are teachers. These are people. Miss Patty Clark, I got to give her a shout out. Paige Northcutt at USA Gym. Miss Sullivan, Miss Scan, Miss Patty, Miss Seals. There are so many. My mom, my dad, my aunts, my uncles. I was never told no. Can I say, and that is not a bad thing. Now, when I say I was never told no, doesn't mean I got everything I wanted. Can I say that? When I wanted to do something to make myself better, and they knew that there was an opportunity for me to grow into what I am today, I never got told no, and I am blessed because of that. And so when I see a kid wanting to get on the show or do something or write a news article like my son wants to sometimes, I'm like, okay, let's see what you got. You know, like, why not let them try something? What's it going to hurt?
Hey, look, and in that same vein, in that same spirit, hey, shout out to our Warren County girls inaugural season flag football.
Exactly.
Coach Martin,
killing it. You're killing it. That jamboree.
I'm so excited, guys.
Yeah.
We need to have them come explain what they did this weekend.
Yes.
But, hey, the first time ever in Warren County.
Flag football. I would have been on that team if we had flag football. We are making history where history is in Warren County.
Yes.
We got to give credit, man. We are moving. We are shaking as a community. And if we continue this, it's going to be more positive. I can see it.
And hey, we've got a lot of good things going. We had a Pioneer Playbook. If you didn't get to catch it, go back and catch the Pioneer Playbook with Madeline. We've got a few more, but we got basketball, the tournament time coming up. I'm hoping that we spin off into a hunting and fishing segment. I'm really looking forward to that because this weekend I wound up at
you did
Viola Valley Hunting Supply. Shout out Mr. Rodney. He watches us on Facebook. So thank you so much. And it's always a pleasure to get to go out to Viola. And then on the way, I'd been told about this place called Rock Cliff Market and everything.
Oh my, you haven't been there yet?
Oh, I did this weekend.
Oh, I was going to say.
It was awesome. So
I love Rock
they
Cliff,
got to
the
sandwiches. Oh, well, see, I just got finished eating at Cumberland Biscuit and crab cakes. Oh,
try
and
their bacon ranch chicken sandwich.
Ooh, it was so good. So thank you, Cumberland Biscuit. But I was taking my best friend. He came to surprise me for my birthday.
Oh, yes.
And we were
Shout
taking him
out,
around.
buddy.
So he got me some of these
And his
awesome
daughter.
boots. Yeah. He got me these awesome boots that they sell over at the Viola Valley Hunting Supply. So thank you, Mr. Rodney. And then we got to go out to one of my other favorite stores. We got to see Mr. Jonathan out at Belk Grocery.
Oh, I love Belk Grocery and Sporting Goods.
Oh, and so, yeah, you think you're going in for some cold cuts and a sandwich. You walk out with a AR-15 or a shotgun or something.
Whether it's a collectible or a recreational, you're walking out with something.
Look, it was awesome to spend some time with them.
Yeah, I
Definitely
love
got
them
their
out there.
T-shirts. All their T-shirts are 1776, and they're all in that same vein.
Oh, I know. I
All
love
about
it.
the Constitution, all
Yes.
about free rights here in America. So thank you guys for allowing me to get to and then got to run around and eat some places. But Kelly, I
Tell
wound
me.
up at the most popular place of all places this weekend.
Where?
I was at the Park Theater. I was
Mm-hmm.
at tons of other places. At the new Mexican restaurant with the robot that rolls around.
Oh, yeah.
But I wound up at Mr. Frank's at the skating rink.
Oh.
And I got on skates. That's what happens when your bestie comes into town and challenges you and says, "Hey, let's wear some roller skates."
No wonder y'all got in so many shenanigans.
That's
y'all
why
challenge each other all the time.
I've been a little slow rolling
Okay.
around, but that was my weekend, so I thought I'd let people know why I'm walking funny.
There you go, our coffee. There you go.
Yes, there. One of my favorite places too. Thank you, Miss Tina. There's ends in 7076. Great patriotic number there.
There it is. Again, with that said, as this is it for today, guys, make sure you read to your kid 20 minutes a day. Make sure you check out our newsletter. If you are not a part of one of our 80 plus subscribers now.
Is that the Local Voice LV?
There you go.
Or
I like
LV.
I don't know which way. We don't have our cameras on today.
Yeah.
But with that said, you just text the keyword Local Voice to 931. And I almost forgot it. That's not the number. Oh my gosh. 305 0869, I believe. Hold on. It's got to come back through.
It's rolling through.
I just forgot the number and I'm pretty good about it.
Kelly,
it is what it is. It's a Monday.
It's Monday. We need some more prayer.
Obviously. So yeah. Subscribe to our newsletter. Text the keyword Local Voice to 931-305-0869 and we will add you to that list. And then if you have any questions or you want to call us with concerns, call us at our other number at 931-369-3050. And if I cannot get to it right away, Marissa, our assistant, will answer that for you guys. And she'll tell you what you need to do. But with that said,
one more thing. We didn't even talk about this. We got to meet one of the newest residents of McMinnville this weekend who came up.
Oh my gosh. I just remembered.
I know.
Shout out to Coach Baloo. We got to meet him, his wife Hannah, and their daughter. They came out to Smooth Rapids just to eat and just I think meet up with some friends and do some stuff as they're getting closer to being down here. But I'm gonna tell you, he seems like he just fits. Like he is not a transplant. Can I say that? His wife was so nice. She was talking about where they live now, and the biggest concern that they had was coming to like a town. They wanted a town similar to where they were at, so it was an easy transition. And talking with her, Hannah was like saying how much they love Warren County, how neat it is with all the different restaurants and the food places to go, because that just reminds her of home, how nice the people are, and I even was telling her, I was like, hey, if you need to go kayaking or go fishing, just holler at us. We got plenty of kayaks, and I was telling her Smooth Rapids about their rentals. I mean, again, I love it when people say that they come to town and they don't meet a stranger.
Hey.
And Coach Baloo, when I saw him and he was talking with Brian, I was like, oh my gosh. And my Rolodex goes in my head. Oh my God, who is that? I know that guy. I know that person.
Yeah, well, I was thinking the same thing. Like, I know that guy from somewhere, but I didn't want to interrupt his lunch.
Yeah.
So we were setting up for the Pioneer Playbook, and I was telling a group of folks, they were getting ready for a birthday party.
Yes.
I was telling them, hey, sorry guys, we don't mean to be in your way. We're going to be shooting the show right behind you guys. Yeah. And they were like, well, don't put us on TV. And they were joking. They were having a good time. And they asked, who are you with? And I said, well, we're with the Pioneer Playbook here. And Coach Baloo jumped up and came over to me and said, hey, you're with Pioneer Playbook. I'm sorry I haven't been able to be on yet.
Yeah.
And just very
gentleman.
On the spot gentleman, yes. And so
he kind of reminds me of Ted Lasso and
great
Coach
first
Fish.
impression. Yes. So
very good. I'm so blessed that, and again, we always say this, we're always meant to be where we're supposed to be. So whether it's here or Smooth Rapids or Mud Bums or any of the places that we go to, everybody, we make a connection with somebody from the community. And that is what this show is all about, is being transparent, being a part of the community, keeping the community connected. Because I said this the other day, and I'll say it again. I said this to somebody that said, keep doing what you're doing, because I always have moments. I want to be honest because I'm transparent. And Brian, I tell him all the time, and he has to pick me up. But over the weekend, I lost my voice, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I can keep doing this. I need to go rest. I need to take care of Kelly, right? And I understand we need to do that. but this lady came up to me and said, I want you to know you need to keep doing what you're doing. And you are a blessing to this community. And what you are doing is phenomenal. And thank you so much for coming out to the JRTC event because they don't get enough shine. And I said, I was like, I needed to hear that because there's times that we can't be everywhere and it breaks my heart. I know it breaks your heart. And because there's only like 3 of us and, or I should say 4 of us now with Madeline with the Pioneer Playbook. But again, I want the community to know if we don't know about it, it's because we haven't seen it or we haven't been told about it. So if it's important to you, it is darn sure important to us. And so you got to let us know by calling us or texting us at 931-369-3050 and let us know because that is the only way that we are going to sometimes hear about it. You can also email us at warrenfirst931@gmail.com, but that's not the best way. Phone calls and text messages are the absolute best for me.
And one more thing, because this is a big week. Tomorrow is Fat Tuesday.
It is.
And so Wednesday we begin Lent, so it's Ash Wednesday.
And we're going to talk all about it.
We're going to talk all about that. And if you can, make plans at 12:05 here at First Methodist Church. They're going to have their first Lent service.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to be part of it. I've got some stuff going on that day.
Yeah.
But I would love for people to be able to go and experience it because they generally have a lunch right afterwards. And you will be blessed. You will be blessed knowing that, hey, 40 days from now, we're going to be celebrating Easter and it's coming. So with all this spring weather
well,
and all
with
this
Fat Tuesday, we should wear beads.
I guess we're going to have to wear beads tomorrow.
I'm going to slow us down.
And we can talk a little bit about the traditions that comes from the Catholic Church and how this all began. And if you're not Catholic, that's okay. I'm not Catholic. This is a tradition of the church.
I am a Christian.
Yeah. So I recognize it just like Christmas. We don't know that Jesus was born on Christmas. We don't even know about, this fat guy in a red suit. We're still trying to figure him out. But still, but we do believe in Jesus and we do believe he set up a church and we do believe in each other. And in that same vein of God sending somebody to encourage you, we want to be an encouragement to you guys out there and let us know your stories of people coming and encouraging you. We love hearing about these angel stories.
I'm telling you, it's and I want to say every time I get to do something, whether it's a memory of, in honor of, I try to do it for people, and me now going off on a squirrel tangent because we do need to wrap up and clean up. But I want everybody to know that even though when somebody passes, because I feel like somebody needs to hear this today for some reason, even when you have, because we had so much death in the past couple of weeks, even when you have a loved one pass, the biggest thing that I can teach anybody from my experience with the people we've lost and my father is no matter what, my dad lives in me. And what I do, he is with me the whole time. Yeah, you get it. You get it. And when we went to that dance on at Covenant, I wore my dad's boots, right? Like we got boots when he passed away. And so when I'm walking in those boots, he's walking with me. And when there was times that it was the father-daughter dance, and I see my husband dancing with my daughter, and my mom was there, of course, but I was like thinking, my dad is here right now. And I am happy. These are happy tears. These aren't sad tears. These are happy tears because I know he is with her. And I know that there is somebody out there that needs to hear this. No matter what you are going through, losing a family member is always tough. The holidays are tough. The birthdays are tough. The milestones are tough. Pivotal moments in your life are tough. But let me tell you, there is people in this community. There is angels around you, watching you. Those loved ones are always, always with you, lifting you up, giving you those words of encouragement. Because I know when people tell me angel moments like that, that was my dad or one of my loved ones coming through and saying, I know it's when it's my grandma because people are like a little more aggressive with me because my grandma would always say, suck it up. She would. She's like, no, you don't need to let people see your tears, but it's okay to bring that emotion out. But for everybody that has lost a family member, and this goes back to the Phyllis Praters, and this whole year has been crazy. Like not even a whole year that we've lost all these folks. They are always with us. And the one thing I know that every one of them probably would say if they were alive today to our last given speech is, I need you to live for me.
Yep.
Because you can cry for me today. This is what my dad said. You can cry today, but keep living on for me. Okay. And I think somebody needed to hear that because again, I wish I could have my mom or my dad and my grandma here on earth, but it was their time. Everybody has a time and we have a time. I don't know when that is, but I want to live my life to the fullest because that's what my loved ones that have passed on would want. I think somebody needed to hear that.
They needed to hear that. Kelly, it's the legacy of love that you leave. And so that's what we want to do here at Warren Forest. Hey, guys, be a blessing today.
Be a blessing.
Be a blessing.
Yes.
That's my big thing.
Sorry about that.
No, it was, that was supposed to happen. So, yes. Yeah. Hey, guys, we're your friends and neighbors here at Warren Forest.
We are.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us today. Hey.
You can say it today.
Hey.
Remember, Warren County.
Keep it first.
Keep it first.